Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all to the new episode of the new member orientation series. And today's episode is number 6. So, in the previous episodes, we have discussed about the various aspects of Toastmasters, what is the purpose of Toastmaster, what are the various meeting roles which are available. So, we have discussed about the grammarian, counter, and the timer roles. So today we are going to discuss on how to sign up for these meeting roles. So we had, as I said previously, we had discussed about a couple of meeting roles. So we need to know how can we sign up, like how can we register ourselves for taking up these roles. So the first thing that we need to understand is what is the purpose for signing up for these roles, why volunteering matters. So here in Toastmasters, every meeting runs because members volunteer for roles. A Toastmaster meeting happens because all the members who are taking part in the meeting, they have volunteered to take up those roles. And that is how you learn, practice, and grow. So the more you practice, the faster you will improve. So the more roles you take, the faster the improvement is going to be there. And it also shows commitment and initiative from our part when we sign up for these roles. So it's not necessary that you have to be ready. You just need to be willing. So once you step into the role, there are other Toastmasters to help you. Okay. And then they can guide you on how to perform these roles. So where should we sign up? Now, every club has different ways to sign up. So some clubs have a particular method, some other clubs have another method. So it depends on club to club. So before you join, when you join the club meeting, when you join a club, when you are interested in taking up a role, contact VP Education or the president in order to know how to sign up for the roles. Okay, the VP Education is primarily responsible for ensuring that all the members are getting the roles. Okay, so he is the primary contact. Now, in case VP Education is not available, then we have to go for the president. Now, so as I said before, there are different methods to sign up for the roles. So in some clubs, what they do is they have this online sign up sheet. That is, they will be circulating a Google document across the, maybe in the WhatsApp group and all, they will share in the Google Doc, and they will ask the members to fill in like which role they are interested to participate. Then there is a in-person clipboard. That is, towards the end of each meeting, they will pass around a physical sheet. Okay, they will pass around a physical sheet, and then they will ask the members to fill up the form. Then there is email or messaging. That is, the VP Education will send an email to all the members. Okay, to all the members, and then the members can respond to that email by mentioning whichever role they are interested in. Then we have an app-based scheduling. Now, the app-based scheduling is something which which some clubs are following. Like for example, there are clubs which follow apps like Easy Speak, Slack, or other apps. Then there is an app called Trello. So all these apps, they are helpful in they're helpful in assigning members these particular roles. Now, these are not official roles. Easy Speak, yes, it is related to Toastmasters, but when it comes to Slack and Trello and all those apps, they are not officially designed for Toastmaster, but still we can use it for the Toastmaster meeting role assignment. So this is the information you need to know, like what is the method that your club is particularly following. Next up, when we are signing up for the role, we need to know which role do we need to choose. Okay. Now, our interest comes in varying times. Okay. So normally whenever we choose a role, we need to know like whether we are ready to perform that particular role. Now, suppose if you are a timer, in case if you are a beginner, so the very important that a very comfortable role, a very easier role would be to perform the role of timer. Okay, where you are noting down the times of all the role players, and it's simple and it's also better for the beginners. The next role is the R counter. Now the R counter is again suitable for beginners, so it is great for active listening. And third one is grammarian. Grammarian is also again suitable for beginners. Okay, so in this grammarian, as I said in my previous video, you need to note down the usage of the good language and also the language where it requires correction. Also, you need to track down the word of the day. So if you are interested in if you are interested in performing that role, yes, then you can take up the grammarian role. Then we have the table topic speaker. So table topic speaker, regardless of whichever stage you are in, be it a guest or be it a Toastmaster, you can join in any time and take up the challenge to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. And then we have the Toastmaster of the day. So Toastmaster of the day, again, I will not suggest that Toastmaster of the day for the beginner unless and until they are very comfortable. But what normally what we do is, whichever member has joined, whichever new member has joined, we will ask them to wait for like around 1 to 2 meetings, or maybe like around 3 to 4 meetings at max. We'll ask them to wait for until then, and then once they observe, once they get an idea of how a Toastmaster of the meeting performs, then yes, then we can sign up. Then we can push them to sign up for this role. Similarly, for the evaluator also, it's better to wait for 1 to 2 meetings to get the role of evaluator, because whenever they join the meeting, if when they enroll for a path, any path, the first level they have a task for doing the evaluator. So when they do the evaluator role, then they will get an idea like how to evaluate a particular speech. So in case if you are not very sure of which role you need to take, then what you need to do is you have to approach the VP Education, and the VP Education will guide you in order to choose a role that will fit your goals. Okay, so this is how you need to choose a role as a new member. Now, when should I sign up? Timing always matters. Okay, so timing always matters. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because every club has a way to call out for the meeting roles. Okay, to call out saying that there is a meeting role open. Okay, so there are clubs which signs up 1 to 2 weeks before the actual meeting date. Then some allow sign up after the meeting ends. That is, towards the end of the meeting, they will call out the role players who are interested, and then they will finalize over there, then and there itself. Okay. So the tip is that better to sign off early. Like if you're interested in any role, take the initiative and sign up early itself, because we don't know how roles are getting filled. It fills very fast. So in order to avoid that, in order to avoid missing that opportunity, it's better to sign up early. So some of the tips for new members are, in case if the roles are filled, okay, there are situations where the roles can get filled easily. So in such situations, what you can do is you can ask the VP Education to assign yourself as a backup. Okay, that is in case if the actual role player is not there, then you can step in to be a backup. Then you can request the VP Education to be added to the rotation. That is, in case if no one is there, in case if any person is not there, then you will be considered to be as a as a role player. Or suppose the VP Education has a strategy for filling up the roles. So in case if a person is accounted for one meeting, then for the next meeting he can be the timer. So like that, if there is a particular rotation, then yes, then you can ask the VP Education to consider yourself in the rotation. And very important message is that do not be shy. Okay, do not be shy. Always go towards the VP Education. The VP Education or the president is always available for your help to help you assign for a meeting role. So always ask them. Okay, always ask for help. So everyone will start somewhere. Okay, because I remember that when I started my Toastmaster journey, I started off with the role of timer. Okay, and that's how I started progress. That's how with every meeting I took up some role or the other, and I ended up, and that's how I am continuing my Toastmasters journey. So it's always about starting off somewhere. So to summarize, so the key takeaways for this video is, first thing is that you need to know what is the club sign up system. The second thing is that you need to choose a beginner friendly role. That is, whichever role you are comfortable with, choose that. It could be either timer, accountant, or grammarian. Then you have to sign up very early, that you need to tell the VP education in advance. Okay, because the roles get filled up very easily. Okay, because in case if none of the if one observation is that if the club members, if you suppose that you are in club A, okay, and if the VP education calls out for the meeting roles, and if the VP education does not get enough responses from their club members, what will they do is they will actually take members from outside and ask them to participate in the club meeting. So always grab the opportunity whenever VP education calls, and never wait for outside members to fill up those roles, because that will not, because the roles are actually meant for your improvement. So whenever you take the initiative, then only you can get improvement. Then only you will have the benefit of then only you will have the benefit of being a member of a Toastmaster club. So that's the reason, whichever club role is there, take it, grab it. And lastly, in case if you are confused, if you need help, please ask the VP education or any of the club officers, and I am definitely 100% sure that they will guide you. So volunteering is all about how you learn, grow, and become a part of the club family. So whichever role you want to perform, volunteer, initiate, grab the role, and perform. That is, and of course you will make mistakes, but we need to learn from those mistakes and move on. Okay, so it's all about saying yes. It's all about jumping first and thinking second. Okay, so it's all about jumping in first and thinking second. Just remember this phrase. So with this, I conclude my video. Thank you for listening, and I hope that this video is clear. In case if you have any queries, comments, or doubts regarding this particular video, please do share in the chat box, and I will be happily obliged to respond to that. Thank you once again, and see you in the next video.